Hello neighbors, it's Crazy Double D with HD Gaming Live, and I'm here with another review. This is Ironcast. Is this just a Match 3 clone? Let's find out. Ironcast is set in an alt-Victorian history, where you command gigantic mechanized steampunk war machines. Laying waste to the enemies of the British Empire, you must face off against an invading force of enemy Ironcasts. The name of the mechs in the game are Ironcasts. Remember. In order to defend the 1880s Victorian England, battles are fought by generating resource nodes, which in turn drive the Ironcast's various weapons and systems. You must choose how to spend these nodes wisely, either offensively in order to cripple and destroy their opponents, or defensively. Steampunk. Steampunk! Any form of media, whether it be movie, gaming, or books, I always find myself flocking towards the steampunk-themed IPs. The gorgeous graphics infused with dull browns and murky golds are contrasted by the bright nodes of the game board, with a stunning soundtrack to go along with it. Gameplay. After you have chosen what character and Ironcast mech you will take into the battlefield, you are presented with a map. This map will give you randomized missions that you can choose one at a time. You will also see Commandant René Durant, the boss, waltz across the map, getting closer and closer to the general population. Each mission will pass a day. In 10 days, Commandant René will arrive at his destination. You have those 10 days to customize and upgrade every aspect of your mech, from weapons to shields to passive and active abilities. When in mission, you are presented with the game board. What initially looks like a cheesy Match 3 board, you find out is way more. In what reminds me of Gems of War, each colored node responds with a specific mech system. Link together a bunch of purples to fill your ammo, orange to power your shields and movement drive. Each time you activate a system or fire your weapons, you will use coolant. Snag the blue snowflake nodes to refill that coolant. During battle, you must strategically decide what nodes to capture in what order and what systems to use with the little supplies you have in order to defeat the enemy. After each mission, you will be rewarded with experience points. That will grant you different power-ups, as well as scrap. Scrap is used to repair your Ironcast and to craft different weapons and systems that you can find and scavenge off other defeated mechs. Again, your strategic decisions are what determine the outcome of the rest of the game. Each tiny move you make will have sweeping repercussions. Whether that be good or bad is where the fun comes in. Ironcast is considered a roguelike. Once your mech is destroyed, it's game over. No checkpoints, no respawns, no extra lives. Instead, what happens is you are kicked to the start menu with a handful, or not, depending on how you did in that run, with a handful of commendations. Commendations are the only thing that carry over from previous playthroughs. After each stint, you will be able to purchase upgrades and permanent boosts that will carry over to the rest of your playthroughs. This commendation mechanic makes you want to keep playing. You will get a crushing defeat and your insides will tense with anger and you'll want to throw up. Because after all, everything you worked for is gone. Then you remember, oh, I gained all these commendations. Time to upgrade and go back stronger on the next run. A mechanic like this, most rogue games tend to leave out. Ironcast is the strategy game I've been looking for. I have almost full control of the outcome of the game. If I make a bad decision and I get a game over because of it, I know that's because I made a bad tactical call. Don't let the brightly colored nodes of the game board fool you. This is a hardcore strategy game, just waiting for someone to take command. If you are looking for an alternative to Gems of War and want to fire up the tactical parts of your brain, this is a buy. This is on the PSN store now for $14.99. Hey neighbors! Hope you liked the review and found it informative enough to make a purchase. Or not. I really appreciate the comments. Keep rocking, and I'll see you at the next block party.